This is Ben from the Dillinger Escape Plan, and you are watching Loud TV. No, I don't all the time. When we start records, we have no idea of what it's going to be. We don't start with any kind of we've never had a real concept in mind. But our records are all by nature conceptual because they're all a reflection of how we feel and what we're going through at the time. And we really want to express ourselves through our music. And Dillinger at this point has a language and a vocabulary, so there are consistencies in our music because we do have a language we speak. But we always have something different to say to some degree. So it's one of those things you don't really know until you sit back. It's hard to be objective about your own music, especially after you just finished the record because you're drained from it and you can't really understand exactly what you did. And that's why it's awesome to do interviews and talk with people who've heard it, because it's the first time we're getting any kind of idea of what people think of it. But it's a lot more interesting a year later to go back and listen, and it becomes really clear what was going on in our heads when we made it. No. It's funny, I've just started to realize that I never look at our records chronologically. I don't think of it like record 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, and maybe that's why I feel so young still. I feel the same as I did, aside from being injured all over my body. But I really do feel like the same person I was when we started this band in many ways, as far as like the attitude and ethic that we put into making this music. But yeah, we really feel like we're just adding to the pile, adding to the body of work, and just making it more dense, and as opposed to like making part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm guided by Hare Krishna.
Really?
No.
Your subconscious, or?
Yeah. I personally am actually pretty spiritual, but I'm I'm really not religious at all. And it's funny you mentioned David Lynch, because I've recently been doing transcendental meditation, and he wrote a whole book on transcendental meditation and how it really helps him focus and be creative. But spiritually, who am I guided by? Nobody, man. It's like it's all about forward motion, and keep on moving forward and not looking back, and just getting better at being a person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think about anything other than that. It's really, that's like, again, that's for other people to decide, because I mean my only goal is to maintain the ethic of where we come from, which is to create music that originally had no expectation. There was no fan base. We never thought it was going to be successful. We never thought anyone would like it. We'd given up on making music for a career. We just were like, that's never going to happen. And let's just make a band that fulfills something that we need. Make the CD that we can't find out there, that we feel needs to be made just for ourselves. And so my goal is always to maintain that original ethic of like creating music that expresses ourselves honestly without thinking about what we think someone wants us to hear, while continuously evolving and adding new things into our music that could make it interesting moving forward for us and for everybody else. So that's all we really think about when we're making records. So we're open to use any tool that helps us do that. If it's a piano, if it's a spoon, if it's like a movie that inspires us, if it's a book, if it's artwork, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think vocally, it's the most honest Greg's ever been, as far as really just truly expressing himself without kind of thinking about, I think he's gotten out of his own way, and like stopped thinking so hard, and he's just gotten better and better at really being honest about expressing himself. And on this record, he's truly just losing it.
So,
he was playing in the band for a while. One of the things about being in Dillinger is you experience a lot in a very short period of time because we work really hard. We play a lot, we tour a lot, and we put a lot into our shows. And, within the time he was in the band, he saw the world. He went to Malaysia, Russia, Australia a couple times, and Europe a few times, all over Europe and stuff like that. And I think he was just ready to go do other things. He wasn't really a creative force in the band, so it was time for him to go try some new things, and we supported that, and we're still really good friends with him. And he's in a band called Old Gods. That's really cool. He sings in it, and he went to film school, and film is a huge passion for him. Horror movies is always a huge passion for him. So we supported him going to try and work on some new things.
So who will replace him?
A guy named James Love, who played with us during the Miss Machine time for a few months after our guitar player Brian left the band because of an injury. He's coming back and playing with us again.
Looking back will be the same as looking forward. I'm probably of anything and trying to go back in time. So I'm ready to have you. Anti-nation, fornication, entertainment, from everything. Fornication, entertainment, that's why I feel so on that road. Right! I'll cut it off. We're finally figured this shit out. Now you'll see that you are wrong. But you are all just good. Running scared, just a god. We're like men, trying to disbelieve it. Fuck you, not trying to disbelieve it. You now try to disbelieve it! Oh! Fuck you now try to disbelieve it!
This is real shit, motherfuckers!